Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the federal student loan and all the changes that Trump is making right now, and what you need to do if you have student loans, how to deal and wade through this madness. Well, first of all, I'm going to start by saying something you guys probably already know. The federal student loan system is a hot mess right now. Between all the court actions and all the legislative and administrative changes, the job cuts to the Department of Ed, the transfer from the student loan agency to the SBA, it's just crazy right now. So I'm going to say it like this. It's basically a lot of uncertainty right now. It's in total disarray. And there's kind of like 6 things that I took away from what I saw in trying to get to the get through the clear mess and help you guys to be less confused. Number one, no doubt, a lot of people right now are headed for default. Number one, the U.S. Department of Ed, they had paused payments at the beginning of COVID. And then they had paused the threat of default too. They let a lot of people off the hook. They did extended deferments. We all know that. It was great. But I think that era of leniency lasted longer than they intended. I know Biden was working hard and fighting hard, trying to get you guys to get many of your student loans forgiven, which many people did. But he wanted to do much more. But there were powers that be that did not want him to do that, and everything got caught up in the courts. But now that Mr. Trump is in office, he's cutting everything out. He's pushing everything out of deferment. He wants people to start repaying because they really want to get rid of the student loan program altogether. So, number one, 9 million people headed for default. Number two, the SAVE program. That's that saving on a valuable education program, repayment program that had the regenerous payment amounts and promises of forgiveness that ultimately got shot down in its original form in the courts. It's now being challenged in the modified forms because he wanted to wipe out everybody across the board under a certain set of guidelines, but now he's trying to do it through a few different guidelines. But so that SAVE program with the forgiveness and all that, that's pretty much dead. It'll never get passed, especially now with the new administration. So if you were on a SAVE program or you were waiting for SAVE, forget about it. You need a plan B. You know, there's not going to be one in the near future, and it definitely won't be one long term. And then number 3, the income-driven repayment plans are finally back open. From the beginning of the year through the end of March, they had suspended the IDR application on the website. You couldn't even apply for it. And the problem with that is you needed the IDR application to also request a consolidation. And so that had a lot of people in limbo, but that finally opened back up on April 1st. And so if you're looking to do that, if you're near the end of your deferment period, which pretty much everybody is by default, but if you're but if you already knew you want to go into financial student aid.gov, you want to go click on the link that says IDR, income driven repayment plan. You want to fill out the application for that. You can download it, complete it, and then upload it back in. You don't have to print it out and fill it out by hand and resubmit it to them. Now, although they currently have the IDR program suspended, they do have the applications available because, again, you can fill it out. You can still request the IDR. So if the courts do mandate that the IDR can stay in effect, you'll be able to take advantage of that. But more importantly, it's where you can request your consolidation as well, so that you can consolidate having 7 loans down to 1, so that when you're in repayment, not only is it consolidating the number of loans reporting on credit, it's also consolidating the accounts so that you'll have one payment, not trying to manage 7 payments. So it's important that you go in and do that. Number 4, the public service loan forgiveness remains unchanged. For those you don't know, the PSLF, that's the program where students can get forgiveness if you worked in public service for 10 years, and they tell you what fields qualify for that. And so if you work in the public service sector for 10 years, after the end of the 10-year period, they will forgive your student loans, counting it sort of as like community service, and give you credit for that. Now, I know that there's been a lot of talk that Donald Trump signed an executive order suspending this along with the other programs, but I can tell you that executive order doesn't hold any weight, because the PSLF program was created by an act of Congress, and only an act of Congress can shut it down. So he signed that order, and he did that just so because he promised that he would. And then now it's going to get shot down, and then he can just tell his supporters, hey man, I tried, but they stopped me. But so if you're working in the public service sector and you're working towards that 10 years to get that forgiveness, as of right now, keep doing what you're doing. Yours is coming. So that's not going anywhere right now. Again, unless he can get Congress to throw that out, it's not going anywhere. But unfortunately, I did some checking, and some people who were in the SAVE program were kind of overlapping with the PSLF program, and some of them were hoping that their time in the SAVE program that kind of got converted to the PSLF in there. If you got any of that, if you made any payments in there, those payments don't go to count toward the PSLF. So anything you did in SAVE, it won't count towards the PSLF. But in PSLF is intact as of right now. Now I know there's likely going to be more confusion ahead, because all of these things, with the exception of PSLF, are in flux right now. Most of these things are being reviewed by the courts, except for PSLF. And there may be administrative changes that are going along with the migration of the student loan actual portfolio being moved from the Department of Education over to the Small Business Administration. Yep, you heard me right. Student loan portfolios are being moved to the SBA, and they're going to be cutting the Department of Education by about 40%. The irony of that is the SBA is also being cut by 40%, talking about payroll employees. And so they're expecting those people to do more with less, which is not going to help you in your the servicing of your student loans. Your experience is more than likely is going to get worse than better. Okay. And now it's important for you to understand that with student loans potentially moving from here to there, from FSA to SBA, and with all the changes, it's important that you guys as borrowers be your own advocates and be your own experts. Now, you definitely want to check out the federal studentaid.gov website to stay posted with that. Sign up for the notifications so when they make announcements, you'll always get that well before waiting for a letter in the mail as a borrower. And so you want to be vigilant. I offer the information to try to help folks out as best I can and try to resolve student loan related credit issues, of course. But the idea is to stay on top of that. When those letters come in the mail, open them up right away, read them, understand it. Get the notification so that when things change and they announce it on the website, you'll get a notification so you can be prepared for it. So I've told you what's going on, and so I'm going to tell you why you need to act as fast as possible above and beyond what I just told you. Number one, if you currently have student loans in deferment, you should have gotten a letter by now requesting that you recertify, because they're requiring deferments to be recertified on an annual basis. Don't ignore that letter. Act on it. Go to the FSA website, sign up for the portal, go in, request the IDR application, request the income-driven repayment plan, as well as the consolidation request, and then they will notify you. Once you you can complete that and upload it right back up. You'll get a notification that says your application has been accepted, and then you should get a follow-up letter about 3 or 4 days later, maybe 5, saying that your application they'll give you the notification about the IDR program being in limbo due to court review, but they'll still process they'll hold the application. They will still, if they say you're eligible for it, they will automatically grant you a 1-year recertification deferment under recertification, and that you would have that deferment, and they get the letters. A lot of folks that I've indicated to do that have gotten letters back being told that their applications are under review, and that they have a deferment, and then they should expect to begin repayment at a future date. It's usually been about a year. And so that'll let you know that while your application is being considered, that you have a deferment, and you don't have to worry about them reporting you late on your credit. Now, if you're someone who has already seen that happen on your credit, because what's happening is folks that are not doing the recertification, they're automatically pushing people into repayment, and when they don't receive that first payment that was due, they're not reporting people 30 days late like normal credit, consumer credit does. They're reporting people 90 days late at the beginning. So they're going right to 90 days. I've seen many people whose credit has suffered because of this, and I'm seeing anywhere from 80 to 125 point drop in folks' credit because they begin to be reported as 90 days late. Many of them got the recertification request and ignored it because they thought the standard deferment that they had been experiencing for the last 4 or 5 years, was still in place. And I explained to you earlier. So you definitely want, that's your how. That's what you want to do. Go in and do that. Okay. So if you're in deferment, double check, do the recertification. If you got a letter to recertify, follow the instructions. It's very important. Otherwise, your credit is going to be jacked up, and they'll start expecting payments, and they're large payments. They're not asking for the moderate payments that they were asking for before. Now, I want to switch gears in relation to this. I received this last night from one of my clients. She has student loans, and she asked me about the validity of this. Basically, what she saw, someone posted on their Facebook page claiming, and I quote, "I just disputed my student loans and it was approved." I'm always leery when the grammar's crazy. It says, "All thanks to Elon for violating our privacy. If you have student loans, you better take advantage and dispute while you can." And it says how. It claims that if you go to Credit Karma, you go to your loans and click dispute, and for the first reason choose accuracy as your dispute reason, and then choose other. And then it claims that if you type in the explanation box the following, it says, "My personal and financial data was compromised, violating the FERPA," which I don't know what that is. And it says, "I request full cancellation of my student loan debt." They claim that it took a few weeks to get approved, and they got canceled for them debt. Well, and then someone else asked, "Can we do this on Equifax? Can you do it on the bureaus? Does this work on other debts?" So on and so forth. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you like this. I can tell you right now, don't believe this. Don't bother with it. Don't waste your time. Because I can tell you that if student loans can't be removed by federal bankruptcy, it can't be removed by claiming some violation because of Elon Musk. They are not waiving student loan debt because of some privacy issue. I can tell you now. If these people had claimed that it was being removed from credit, I would be dubious of that. But it's possible. But I can tell you right now, they claiming that student loans are being wiped out this way. It's a farce. It's a fraud. Don't even waste your time, because if bankruptcy can't wipe out student loans, this certainly can't. So I just wanted to put that out there. If you're seeing that, I mean, feel free, try it. But I can tell you right now, the plans of that being working is highly unlikely. I think it's just somebody who's typing something to get people to do something on Credit Karma, or to get clicks, because there's a link there where they're asking people to do this, that, and the other. But I can tell you right now, they showed a result that says TransUnion investigated the dispute, and that they're saying that basically, again, it's one thing to say if they removed it from credit, which I don't think that's even happening either. It's definitely not wiping out debt. So just wanted to put that out there. Now, any of you that may try that, and you get some sort of feedback from somebody, please feel free to reach out to me to let me know what you said, because I would love to compile that information for a future video so I can tell people what's going on with that. So hopefully you guys find that this helpful. Stay vigilant and do those things and keep those student loans in check. Until next time, this is Highly Rainy, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for your attention. Bye.